Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway, because their slogan is Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to the GatewayBuickGMC.com website, just look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a car dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at GatewayBuickGMC.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. Welcome to a very special Mom Game After Dark presented by Trauma Chairs.
Yes, it is, Em.
We are sitting. I have to get rid of this thing on the screen.
Sitting in the trauma chairs.
We're sitting in the trauma chairs. They are beautiful. They are luxurious.
They are very luxurious. I didn't really know what to expect because I had never seen it, but once I unpacked it out of its like really fancy looking bag.
Comes in a cute little bag.
Yeah, it's like totally next level.
Yeah.
I would say it's in between like a regular old folding chair and like a nice piece of furniture that you'd have in your house. Just because they're so nice and sturdy, and when you sit in them,
they're super comfy.
Comfy.
Yeah.
And so these are our friends at Trauma Chairs, and they're putting the show on for us.
Yeah, my husband actually went to high school.
Yeah.
With Reagan Browning, with one of the owners of the company. My hat's all crooked. Anyway, and so we've been looking for a chance to partner with them, and so we're like, we're doing a Mom Game Home Invasion. We're doing a Mom Game After Dark.
Yeah.
Let's do it in the trauma chairs.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And it's funny because I've been pronouncing it wrong. Comma. It's not comma. And I always thought that was weird because it's like comma, like the punctuation, but it's Chama, and that's actually a region in New Mexico that apparently these guys that own this company and that develop these products really love. And so that's why the name is Trauma Chairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're getting the word out now before the holidays because this is a wonderful present for any sort of, I don't know, I don't want to say just dudes, but like a dad or a husband, especially if they love to hunt.
If you hunt, if you camp, if you tailgate.
Anything outdoorsy. And then if you could like be the best soccer mom at the game with one of these bad boys.
Well, or if you just want to have them out on your patio, like for people to come over.
They look really good on your patio.
They do look really good on my patio. But I wanted to say specifically about these. So these are new.
Mm-hmm.
These are the Vaquero chairs.
Mm-hmm. That means cowboy.
The Vaquero chair is rugged luxury. I feel like it's very Yellowstone-ish.
Yeah.
Rugged luxury.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Kevin Costner would look amazing in one of these chairs.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks amazing anywhere, but I have a weird crush on Kevin Costner.
Do you? Like, you always have?
No. Like, just the older he's gotten. What does that say about me?
He's aging nicely.
He is aging quite well. He looks very good in Carhartt.
Oh.
Are you familiar with Carhartt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah. Everyone's on the Rip bandwagon.
Uh-huh.
I know you're not into Yellowstone. Everyone's on the Rip bandwagon. He's super hot, super sexy, but something about Kevin Costner.
Yeah, so he's in Yellowstone.
He's in Yellowstone. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so these
that was just a quick aside. For
me to tell you about my Kevin Costner fantasies. So anyway, yes, but these are extremely, like, they're substantial.
Yeah,
you can tell they're very well made.
I could just doze off.
They're beautiful. And I feel like it's almost like you know, like the comfort level of a hammock. You know how you just kind of like sink in and you feel good in a hammock? I feel like this is like a hammock that doesn't swing.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's super cozy. So
yes,
we'll make sure to like blast out the link for them and everything too.
But, we definitely want to give their website, and I want to make sure I give it right. It's ChamaChairs.com, and Chama is spelled CHAMA. Chairs. CHAIRS.
Nailed it.
.com.
Yes, so I think you could knock off a lot of presents with these bad boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you started thinking about Christmas presents yet? I know you've got
you
your
know what?
Ranger scene ready to rock.
I ordered. Shut up. I ordered a few. I've ordered a few presents.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time with my hair right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't look at it.
This is the problem. This is why I hate doing these. I hate seeing it myself because this is all I do is look at my hair and look at how
you can look
at how it's all weird and
cover yourself out.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
We're camping. We're outside. We're in the wilderness.
We do. We have
our chocolate chairs. We don't care about air in this environment.
You're right. We don't.
I'm pretending like I'm camping. I really love camping. You don't?
Oh, shoot me in the head.
Really?
Ugh.
What about like going to a ranch and like sitting out under the stars?
Perfect. Do I have a bed to sleep in?
Yeah, I guess.
Is there heat and AC?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, I'm in. I'm sorry. Call me a baby or whatever.
Well, maybe it's not so much like, I'm not saying I love sleeping in a tent. Like, I just fucking love sleeping in a tent. Excuse me.
I will never sleep in a tent.
I will sleep in a tent for like the experience, but it's just the experience of camping that I love.
Okay.
Like, I love sitting out with like friends around a fire and like cooking s'mores, staying up, looking at the stars. We don't see the stars very well in Dallas.
Like doing all those things
a little more here,
and then going to bed.
Yeah. But I just haven't done that in a while.
This or real camping?
Real camping.
Oh, well, go do it and report back.
I will. Well, the little boys. I don't know if your school does this, but they have like an adventure guides program or something. They do camp outs. And the kinder boys and kinder girls all go, but it's always with the dads. I'm like, what's up? Like, I want to camp. Kelly couldn't go, of course, because he was out of town when they did theirs, so Ryder didn't go. I'm like, could I be the one mom on the camp out?
You should have been on the go.
Wouldn't I have had fun with all those dads?
I'm sure you would have been so press box hot.
So press box hot.
That would have
been a hell of a party.
That would have been.
But I didn't even ask, because that I feel like would have been weird. Like, can I go?
I don't think it's weird.
But no, I do love
Kelly could go.
Right, I know. Well, there will be more. But I do love camping, and I do love these chairs. Our other friends for this particular show, and they've been our friends in various ways, is Yokiero. And we are also snacking. We've had a lot to eat. Every time we do these, we eat a lot.
I know.
We but
this right here is my favorite. The queso is bomb.
The queso is so good.
It's so good.
Mike was getting into that bad boy too. Your
my
husband really liked it. What I love about it is that it's so easy. Like, it comes in this tub, and then you take off the lid, you take off the plastic, you put it in the microwave, and you just go to town. And it's white queso, which is always my favorite.
Yeah, and then you can heat it up again.
Yes, it's premium cheese, keto friendly, gently blended with fresh veggies, can heat meat in the container. And then we told you about the guacamole.
So good.
Did you like the spicy?
I like the spicy.
I like the spicy too.
Yeah.
But they have chunky, and then they have the regular, and they also have these cool little like 6-packs that you can put in your kid's lunch if you want, with some veggies or something like that. It's hand scooped, all natural. It's just avocado and spices, none of that funny business, that stuff that's not good for you. It's all natural, delicious, easy to serve, no mess, no fuss, ready when you are. And then, of course, they also have some salsa.
Salsa.
They've got it all. The salsa's yummy, too. And
it's got a little kick. I like it.
Yeah, it does. I call myself like a Mexican food chip and dip snob. I kind of am. I'm not a snob about much, but I know my good salsa and my good queso and my good guacamole, and this is it. And it's easy because you can find it in your grocery store. The salsa is made with vine-ripened tomatoes, fresh veggies. It's vegan. You can find it in the fresh section of your grocery store, not in the chip aisle. Don't go to the chip aisle if you're looking for this.
No.
You find it in the fresh section of the grocery store for all of your products. Yokiero provides the ultimate dip destination. So I feel like this just came together beautifully, where we got all of the chips and dips. We got the chama chairs. We, of course, have our wine, and we're at your house. And so it's been a day.
I went to your house.
Yes.
Spent the night, experienced what it's like in the Dobbs household or the Forbes household.
Uh-huh.
Now you're in the Jones/McCoy household.
Yep.
So what are your impersonations? Is it a single white female as you thought?
No, it is. I didn't think it was single white female at all. It's very tidy. It's very beautiful.
It's very tidy.
It's very tidy. There's
Thank
not
you.
much stuff. like extra stuff. All you have is what you need, just like the car that you talk, like the whole car thing. You're like, you don't have a bunch of stuff. And I still don't understand how. I don't understand how you don't have stuff. But it's lovely. It just like, y'all's family just feels like, I don't know. It's like a little perfect.
That's hilarious.
Like a little perfect little, like, I mean, the conversations are funny.
Oh.
But it's just nice. I feel like if I lived in if I could keep my house like this, I think it would really help my stress level. And that's probably why you do it.
Oh, without a doubt.
And I just somehow need to like find the energy or drive to make it happen.
Yeah.
Because I can see where it's just like, okay, everything's done. Everything's in its place.
Yes.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to relax.
Yes. Or in a day, like I said, I can't function.
Yeah.
In clutter. I have to. It has to be.
Yeah.
And so that's if I wasn't this way, I don't think I would get stuff done.
Right.
Because I would just be too distracted.
Yeah. And I always look around and I can't relax very well because there's always something to do.
Right.
You know, like I could attack that or this or that or this. So I have mad respect.
Thanks, man.
Well done. And it seems like Mike's kind of into it too.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's good. Y'all seem like a good team.
Yeah, he's not my level, but he's pretty OCD.
Well, it helps if you're both that way, right? And you're like working
together. I guess more so he's more anal. Like he just wants everything to be clean and in its place and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But he's not going to the lengths I'm going to. I mean,
I stopped out at anal, but I think I heard what you said after that.
You completely stopped down.
We're talking about your husband.
I know. Well, I mean,
anyway. By the way, sorry, Mom. My mom's been listening, and she told me to like tone it down.
Oh, really? And then you just went to anal?
Yeah. You said anal.
But I was talking about like anal retentive.
It's just like, Mom, just gotta understand. It's just life, right?
Yeah.
You don't beat around the bush.
No, nobody got time for that.
I know. Well, and she listens to she listened to the Hang Zone for a long time. So she's blaming Dan. She's like, Dan's rubbed up on you so much.
Oh.
Which he probably has.
He probably has.
Yeah. But no, I'm honored to be here with you guys. Your kids are cute. We had some fun conversations.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I didn't know we'd be explaining Press Box Hot to them.
So we have to tell why, in case people didn't see the social media Instagram stories that we're doing for the Mom Game Home Invasion. Who, thanks to Zoli's Pizza for bringing us the Mom Game Home Invasion Part 2 here in Fort Worth. And so we ordered Zoli's for dinner because they're our partner in this thing. Oh, our light just shut off.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
Like, it means it's probably out of battery and now we're going to be dark.
Oh. Well, it's like we can tell ghost stories.
Yeah. Sorry, Ted. I suck at charging things.
I suck at charging things.
Anyway.
You too, by the way.
So we ordered pizza from Zoli's, and on their menu just happens to be a chicken sandwich called the Press Box Hot Chicken Sandwich.
Oh, isn't that ironic?
So ironic. It's not ironic at all. It was named after you.
Yes.
So
I'm so proud.
You ate your own chicken sandwich.
I did.
Which sounds a little disturbing. But so my kids wanted to know. Yeah. And my kids wanted to know why there's a sandwich named after you, and why is it not like Julie's Jubilicious Jammy Sandwich? It's the Press Box Hot Chicken Sandwich.
Yeah.
And so then we had to explain to them what Press Box Hot means. And then we learned there's a new 4-letter word. Sixy. Which is also could be known as sexy.
Patty was trying to say, your kids are so cute.
Spelled S-I-X-Y.
They're just like, Henry was so cute giggling at that. Like, just how funny sexy is. And then Patty, we're trying to help Patty come up with a new name for her softball team. Mm-hmm. We decided they could be the sexy sandwiches, and that just really tickled them.
They thought that was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
Sexy. Like if you say that, yeah. And I guess, I mean, it's probably inappropriate for me to be saying that word, but I don't know. I mean.
I don't know, man. What do you...
I mean, it's not like I'm talking about other stuff.
Right.
But I mean, she's obviously heard that word before.
Yeah.
She didn't know how to spell it right, but yeah, I don't know. So we just ran with it. We embraced it. We talked about what it means to be press box hot.
Yeah.
And it's just
Why
kind of
not?
like, you know, being hot when you go
Do
into
they listen? I know you listen to
prison.
the ticket a lot. Are they in the car?
Yeah.
So what do they think of the ticket?
So I can usually tell when it's not going to be okay to, you know, no, they know stick up your tailpipe. They know all the things. So, and every girl that's on the radio, regardless of what station, they'll be like, is that Miss Julie? And I'm like, no, that's not Miss Julie.
Yay.
Yeah, so they're big fans.
Yeah.
They're big fans.
I'm glad they think that every girl on the radio is me.
They do.
That'd be cool.
They do.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
would
so
be cool if you were.
No, but well, yeah, actually, I'd probably be making money somehow.
This is true.
If I was every girl on the radio. But I want to talk about your weekend a little bit. We both had really busy weekends, and it kind of just made me think about like going out as an adult and how I used to go out all the time, and I was like totally fine. I'd go out, I'd like wake up, be ready to rock the next day, go out again, and then like repeat. And now I feel like so beat down when I stay up like past midnight, and I had like 3 things where I had to wear high heels. I don't even wear high heels. Like, I don't ever wear high heels anymore. It was 3 nights in a row. You do a lot.
Yeah.
But like working in radio and stuff, I don't. And I don't know, it was fun, but it made me feel like really old and like reflecting back at the days where I used to do that stuff all the time.
I think you just
What happens to us?
We just need more sleep.
Yeah.
Like there's a period of your life where you don't need as much sleep.
Yeah.
Like college.
Right.
20s. Once
just
30s
like,
hit and then you've got kids, it just kicks your ass.
It really does kick your ass.
Yeah.
Y'all partied?
Yeah, we did. We had a birthday party on Friday. It was the most insanely incredible party I've ever been to
You were
in my
just
life.
sending little like snippets of videos. I was like, what is this?
So it's at the zoo, the Fort Worth Zoo.
Uh-huh.
And the decorations were insanity. So beautiful. They brought everything, furniture. There was a complete outdoor area. And then when you went inside for dinner, so like every little detail, like the table that you sat at was based on the cocktail that you got. There was a little stir in there with a number on it.
Oh my God.
To tell you what table you were at.
Oh, wow.
So then we go in and they've got this huge elaborate stage. And what's the guy's name from Yellowstone that is a country singer? Oh, gosh.
Is it Dirk Stanley?
No.
I thought I heard him in some sort of story in the last day or two.
Shoot. Anyway, he's a country singer.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. Anyway, so he played during
Luke Bryan?
Is it Ryan Bingham?
Oh yeah. Well, he was at the concert that you were at. You forgetting his name? The concert you saw?
Ryan Bingham.
Yeah.
Yes, that's who played during dinner.
Okay.
So that was like, here, let me provide you some entertainment.
I know you're forgetting the guy who you watched play.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So Ryan Bingham played during dinner, and then everyone's looking toward the front, this big beautiful stage. Well, back in the back of the room, and I knew something was going on because the space was condensed, and we were pretty tight in there because there was a lot of people. There was this huge black curtain that went all the way back, and I'm like, somebody's back there. Like somebody else is gonna perform. So sure enough, it's a 40th birthday party for these 2 guys that I covered at Tech, played football at Tech, and anyway, their 40th, and so John gets up and says some words, and it was really sweet. They both lost their dads this year, and they talked about them. I think it was this year, but anyway, just some really sweet words, and they're really good dudes. And then all of a sudden, the curtain drops, and it's Eddie effing Vedder.
That's insane.
Acoustic, sitting on a stage by himself. He was unbelievable. Listen,
Kelly would have died. That's like
I'm not like a huge music person.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like.
I think we've realized that neither of us really are. Yeah.
But like that dude's voice is so distinct
So good.
and it's so good. And so he's just up there, and like talking and
At the zoo.
And like, talking about John and Wick and how he's gotten another wives and all this kind of stuff. Like just super, super cool. And then it's like, okay, that was incredible. And then it's like, oh, and by the way, here's our next performance is the Chainsmokers.
Oh my God.
And I was like,
is that the baby home?
Yes, but that the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford, but that tattoo on your shoulder.
I was gonna say, like, no one knows the next part.
The mattress that you stole from your roommate back in Boulder, we ain't ever getting.
I like it.
Okay, but that's with the chick. The Chainsmokers don't have a chick. And so that was like a collab with another artist that I don't know the name.
That song was a collab, and then that's like their hit song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And so they're not that all the time.
Yeah. So
there was like pyrotechnics and smoke, and they were getting up on tables and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
I mean, it was a lot. So it was an amazing show, an amazing party. Eddie Vedder was the bomb. That was just like, you're just like, what is happening right now? What is happening?
I feel like I would just reflect.
Well, and I did. And so Mike was like up in this front, like he wanted to be in the front. And I just sat, my girlfriend and I, we just kind of sat in the back and I was like, I just wanted to sit here and enjoy it. Like, it's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Okay. And you had 800 events.
I did.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, huh?
Yes. So Thursday was the Dallas Dallas Influencers in Sports and Entertainment big party that they do every year. And it's a couple of my good friends that help put on the party, Carla Rosenberg and Laura Ferris. And I've been their MC for, 3 or 4 years. I did it with Donnie once. We got to interview Clayton Kershaw at that one. They honor a different athlete in DFW each party for being the Heart of Dallas Award, somebody that gives back a lot to their community. So that was fun. That was on Thursday night, and it was just really cool, seeing a lot of people from the sports industry come together. They raised a bunch of money, all for a good cause, going back to children's charities in DFW. And so that was fun, but it was a lot of standing up in my high heels. It was 5 hours of standing up in high heels or something. Yeah.
The thing was 5 hours long?
No, I mean, I feel like from beginning to end, that's about how long that I was I sat down some. And then Friday was our elementary school auction. And you were auction chair, right?
Yeah. It's a lot.
So you get it. Yeah. And I've kind of tried to, or not tried, but I just haven't done much with it. It's I can't handle much more right now. And I feel like it's a lot, but we bought our tickets and we put together a package. I had a hang with the Hang Zone package. Dan and Jake and I are all going to go to a Stars game, sit in a suite with the winner. And we got a Tyler Sagan game used autograph stick and we put in, and then they joined that up with Rangers tickets and Mavs tickets, and it sold for a lot of money. So that felt good. Nice. I can't buy any of those $10,000 things, but if I could put them in, then that's the same idea.
Absolutely.
So that was fun, and it was a 60s theme, and I just felt like I had zero energy to even find something to wear, I didn't buy anything or go shopping or order anything. I found something in my closet, and then because I felt like I didn't have a good outfit, I was antisocial. I was you know what I mean? I was not
pressure
into
to dress up at those things.
I know. It's a lot. The pressure to dress up, and then the pressure to spend a bunch of money.
Yeah.
So we did what we could, donating and all of that. But then I was I don't like my outfit, and I'm just gonna hide in the back. But it was fun. Kelly actually was able to go. They had a random night off on a Friday, which is very bizarre. That never happens. So it was just a fun night out for us. We went to Neighborhood Services for dinner before. It's our favorite restaurant, one of our favorite restaurants. So that was fun, but it was a late night too. And then Sunday, no, that's today. Saturday, I emceed the Folds of Honor event at AT&T Stadium, which was probably the largest event that I've ever emceed. It was 1,200 people. You've done that kind of stuff. Probably a lot.
Yeah, I don't know about that big. That's
I have no concept, but it felt big. I was just trying not to think about it, how many people were listening to what I was saying. But the more I learn about this organization, I'm really into it and I love it. And I told them whatever I can do to help, but it's raising money for kids who lost one of their parents in the service. So it's raising money for them to have scholarships so they can then go to college.
Yeah.
So then their parents, the one parent that's left, doesn't have to worry about that. So it was good. It was like, kind of emotional night. So I felt like I didn't have to I don't know how you handle emceeing jokes.
Oh.
Like, do you go for jokes?
Oh, always.
You do?
Oh, without a doubt.
Like,
it's
off the cuff?
Yeah, usually it's like total icebreaker. And my go-to is knock, knock.
Oh, you like tell a joke?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell it to me.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Impatient cow.
Impatient
Moo.
cow? You do that?
It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So you moo at the crowd?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, nothing says like I'm here to party more than an impatient cow joke.
Impatient cow joke.
Yeah.
So like right off the top.
Right off the top.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, and I'll tell them like, hey, please laugh at my attempted humor. Like, I mean, I'm full of all out there.
Yeah. Me too. And I'll like, commend them when they do laugh. That was good.
Yeah.
Keep doing that. Like, you're my favorite section of this room right now because you're laughing at my jokes. But it's different. Like we talk on TV all the time or radio, and it's different when there's like a bunch of people looking back at you.
Oh, for sure.
But it's fun.
Yeah. I mean, it is nerve-wracking though.
Yeah, a little bit.
But if I MC something like this started with the Rangers because I would MC the whatever it was, the Winter Awards banquet or the
like the triple play.
Triple play, their big fundraiser every year. And whenever I worked when I started working for the team, I would tell my boss, I'm like, just so you know, like if I'm doing these things, I'm gonna have to have a glass or two of wine. Like,
just gonna put that in the contract,
right? Well, because they'd be like, "Are you drinking at work? Aren't you working?" And I'm like, "Yeah," but like in this case, like that, it's essential for me to like loosen up a little bit, to where I'm not so whatever. So I have a glass or two of wine. And
then when everyone else is
for sure
around,
no, you have to be careful though. If you go over two, you're effed.
I know,
completely effed.
I know,
because then you like can't. Then you're like tripping over your words.
Oh, and like following the script. Like if you lose your spot in a script, that was my biggest fear last night. It's like you look up or you go off the script and then you look back down and it's like, wow, where am I? And both things I did Thursday and Saturday had a big giant screen. Where I was like up on but it was like me like up on the giant screen. It was like that. I never want to see myself on a screen that big. You would freak. Dude,
that one time I did a college football game at Cowboy Stadium. Seeing your fucking big ass mug on that giant Jumbotron is mortifying. It's awful. It's like I remember I was up there, then like somebody took a picture. I was like, don't delete that and don't ever send it to anyone.
Oh goodness! Did you ever have to do any like post game ceremonies or any of those like trophy ceremonies?
So I did Adrian Beltre's Hall of Fame ceremony.
Okay. Did you have back?
No.
Whatever that is. Oh my god.
The revert back.
Yes. Yeah. When people just start talking.
But you see why they do it though.
Yes. Oh, I do.
Like that was the most nerve-wracking thing for me.
Yeah.
So I guess I have emceed in front of like 40,000.
I was going to say, surely.
Yeah, at the ballpark. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you
40,000.
That's I don't know how many ever.
Right. A lot.
But they don't care you're there just to facilitate.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. I mean, I guess that's what all MCs are doing. But anyway, that's that to me. The very first time I did that was for Adrian's. It was for his number retirement, and I remember I told Chuck Morgan, I was like, I have to. I have to practice like on the field. I have to know what this is going to sound like, so I know how to. So I can't imagine, having had wine and then deal with that.
Yeah, that one's a little more
that's a little more
high
intense.
Pressure.
Oh yeah,
situation. But no, it's fun, and that's something that in our new little business we're like hoping to do more of. If anybody needs our MCing services,
expertise,
then we are totally here for you for that. What else do we have going on in life? Do we need to do a little sports scene?
Cowboys just walloped the shit.
I know. Today, the Falcons.
Oh yeah, Atlanta.
Yeah, they beat Atlanta like very handily to where like the last quarter of the game was garbage time for Dallas.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush got in the game. We were like, in and out of dance class. The noon games are so hard.
So
to,
hard.
sit.
And I missed it because Hattie was chickening out, getting her ears pierced.
Yeah. We want to talk. Yeah. We'll finish up sports, and I think we need to talk about ears piercing.
Okay.
But yeah, really good news for the Cowboys. Cowboys fans can probably chill out a little bit now because after that big clunker against Denver,
everybody was freaking out. And
it was like, okay, are there cracks in the foundation, if you will? Or is this just like a bad game? But I think they are all right.
And I think I saw after that game, like every team in the NFL has at least 2 losses now.
Yeah. And like the teams that you think are
like shit happens.
The best teams.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shit happens. And I think a game like that's almost good for people.
Maybe not Arizona.
And they lost this weekend. They've lost 1, I think.
I wonder, they may not. Do they play tomorrow night? Anyway. Sorry about my sports knowledge.
Like up to date. Yeah, I think they have 1 less, is last I remember.
Because it's the Cardinals and the...
Yeah, in Buffalo.
No, who's playing? Who are the Cardinals playing?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway. Well, forget what I just said. Like, just completely disregard the last 90 seconds of content because we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
It's fine. That was always one of my struggles, like just being candid. It's like, when you're home with the fucking kids when you're home with the kids all the time, it's so hard to sit and watch games.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, that was something I felt like with the ticket, like, I was the only mom. I was the only girl, right? And so the guys, I feel like, would have a wife that could take care of the kids while they watch sports.
Right.
And that's kind of their deal. Like, the wife just knows. It's like, okay, he's got to do this.
Yeah.
But, like, I would always be alone with these kids, like, trying to keep an eye on things. And that's why I just kind of took the stance of not chiming in much on sports because I couldn't create that like expectation for myself because I knew I couldn't like keep up with everything that they were always talking about.
Right.
Because I was just kind of trying to survive to even get up there and do tickers, like which led into why I eventually like couldn't even do that. But it's just hard. It's hard to sit and watch sports and I miss it. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I used to sit like all day Sunday and watch every freaking game.
I know, but your kids are just at that age.
So needy.
And that's why it's so funny when you were like, so this is it? This is what's going on at your house? Like,
I know.
Because it's like, the kids were upstairs.
Like, you and Mike are like, Mike's sitting there with his legs up. Like, you're just like piddling around doing what you need to do. Like, oh my God, like y'all are, it's like you're dating it again, or like not dating, but pre-kids. Like when you can actually kind of hang out with each other. Because they're very, at this age, they're pretty self-sufficient. Yeah.
I mean, they're, it's like go shower or go, and it's like, I remember you talking about bedtime, used to bedtime was this long ordeal and now it's shorter. We still want to be a part of it. Like I still want to tuck them in. I still want to give them, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's very rarely like just go upstairs and go to bed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always I'll go up and whatever we'll go up together. But it's not not this whole process and and then the coming down and the I can't sleep. Yeah, and all that stuff. Now it's basically they go up, they go to bed, we tuck them in, and then that's it.
I know, and I think you're in the beginning, and then once they become like teenagers and stuff, like all I hear from like
then they're not gonna want
is like exactly like that. It's just like lonely all of a sudden. Like they just don't even want to be around you, hang out with you. So I have a long way to go to that, but it's just hard to remember to enjoy the moments when they're like driving you nuts.
Well, and like today, Hattie wasn't feeling good tonight, and so she came back. She did come back downstairs tonight because she's not feeling well, and she just laid in my lap for like 15 minutes, and like I rubbed her back, and
it was really cute. And she fell asleep,
and I carried her ass up the stairs, and I thought I was going to have a heart attack. She's heavy, and
when they're sleeping, they're dead weight.
Oh my gosh! So I mean, she's she weighs like 70 pounds.
What?
Yeah. So I'll feel that tomorrow, I'm sure. But yeah. So anyway,
and then Henry came and cuddled.
On the couch,
and I posted. I was like, "This gives me hope that Ryder will still be cuddling like when he's 10."
Well, and that's the fun thing. Like he's so into sports, and so like we can sit for hours and watch.
Yeah.
He'd watch the Chiefs or the Cowboys or baseball. Like
right.
that's
like y'all's thing.
It's our thing.
Yeah.
And that's the way my sister and I were with my dad. So that makes me super happy.
That's fun. It's like,
and I love that if he has a question about sports, he asks me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I heard y'all talking about
that. Yeah. He was like, who's the best boxer? Who's the best boxer ever? And I was like, I don't know, probably Muhammad Ali. He's like, what about Mike Tyson? I'm like, I don't know, honey. Like, it's a very subjective
I love
thing.
that, you're the one that he goes to.
He'll ask me like,
he's keeping you fresh. Keeping you honest.
But he asked me like ridiculous stats, like, who had the most touchdowns last season or something. And I'm like, I don't know. That's what Google's for. Like, what are we doing here?
Right.
But yeah, they're fun. They're at fun ages.
Yeah,
they really are.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the sports though.
Yes,
the Stars finally got a win.
The Stars finally won
in regulation.
Yes, in regulation, beating Philadelphia. It was all during my Folds of Honor event, so I didn't really watch much. But I know Anton Hudobin had a good game, and I think more than anything, it was just like so needed for the morale.
And this was after the players only meeting.
They made some changes. They sent Blake Como, they put Blake Como on waivers, and he's like a veteran, like assistant captain kind of guy. He's older, been around the league a long time. He was like a very vocal guy in the room, and that was kind of shocking to me. I think it was a lot of a cap situation, and then they had guys that they wanted to bring up that they felt could maybe make more of an impact than he had been making. But that's one of them that, like, I know his wife pretty well and his daughters, and like his daughters play with my kids. We deal with that a lot. And our jobs is getting to know these families, and he cleared waivers, so I think he's down with the Texas Stars now, so he could come back up. He's not like with another organization, right. But that was not expected. They called up Riley Tufte, who's a big prospect. He made his NHL debut last night, and I say big prospect. He's a big dude. He's like very tall and large, and you'll notice him out on the ice, and he just was kind of getting his feet wet last night. But I think they made that shift. I know coaches have been talking about making some changes there. It's just they kind of were hitting that like rock bottom moment early on in the season that you don't want to hit. So hopefully whatever the players' meeting was and the changes that they made have helped. We'll see. They play again. What is today? Today's Sunday. They play Tuesday night at home, and then they go to Minnesota for a game. So I think if they can put together like a really good week of hockey, win 2 of your next 3 after this one that they won yesterday, and I think they'll feel so much better. Yeah. There's still a lot of games to be played, a lot of the season left. And it's so funny. This team has always, for the last like 4 or 5 years, they've been so slow. They start slow, and they're also streaky. It's like once they lose, then they can easily get in a rut. Once they win, they can put together a streak pretty quickly. Right. So it's all about, like, I just feel like it's all about like the feel of how the team's feeling at that point in time and their confidence level. Yeah. Which is probably, you can say that about a lot of sports. Yeah. But playing every other day-ish, you might notice it more than like in football where you play weekly. So yeah, and the Mavs still doing pretty good. One in San Antonio. Yeah. And
lost in Chicago. They're a little up and down, but I think they're going to be fine.
They're a little up and down. Yeah, they're doing okay, and I think probably better than, I don't know. No one really knew what to think about Jason Kidd being the head coach, so I think people are feeling pretty good so far about that move, but a lot still to be learned about that team.
Yeah. And Rangers still haven't done anything.
What was like all the talk about them maybe doing something big?
Well, I mean, you still have time.
Yeah.
So the work stoppage won't happen until December 1st. I just was hoping that like something was going to happen. They had the GM meetings last week, and I was kind of hoping some big things would happen there, but they did not. But still a couple weeks left before that December 1st deadline, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
I feel like they have to.
They do.
They have to. I think they probably know that.
I think. Well, I mean, shit, they've got. I mean, payroll's down to like, I think they're $24.
Yeah, they're primed.
Ready to go
to make some moves. Just waiting for those moves to happen.
Yeah.
And you had a big strikeout with Hattie trying to get her ears pierced.
Huge strikeout.
When do people get their ears pierced?
Well, okay, here's the deal. She had them pierced when she was 4. She wanted them.
When she was 4?
When she was 4, we were in Virginia visiting family. She got the bug and was like, I want to get my ears pierced. So we're like, okay, let's do it. So we did it. They pierced them too low. They almost they got infected. We had to take them out and abort mission. So 4 years later, she wants to get her ears pierced. There's two older girls that she's friends with that were going to get their ears pierced. So we decided we would tag along. You have to make a reservation, all this kind of stuff.
Is it like still Claire's?
No, we went.
Claire's exist?
Probably.
Uh-huh.
We went to Target. There's a place where you can get it in Target through Rowan. It's like a nurse and whatever. So we make these reservations. We've had them for 2 weeks, and she's ready. And the 2 older girls go first, and then she gets in there, and it is. I'm scared. I'm scared, and she's doing this, and it's like, what are we doing? We're eating up all the time. There's the next appointments, there. Like,
oh no.
Yeah. So she's already got the earrings in the thing, so I've got to pay for the earrings anyway. So you're out $70, and now we're leaving without our ears pierced.
Oh,
and that just is for the earrings.
Oh no.
Well, the earrings were like $55, and then I tipped the girl. It asked me, do you want to tip? That awkward.
Everywhere you go, ask.
Do you want a tip? Right.
I know. You order something at the counter,
so like,
and it takes 2 seconds, and then it's like, you want a tip.
And then I feel bad because she's had to put up with Hattie.
Yeah.
And so I tip her. So it's like we're $70 in, and then you can't even use the earrings that you paid for because they're not sterile.
Did you? Oh. But did you get to keep them?
Yeah, but what am I going to do with them?
Yeah.
Because once she gets her ears pierced for real, she's not going to want to
wear those.
They're tiny little. She's not going to want to wear them.
Oh man.
Anyway, so
how was she with taking shots?
No, she hates it.
Yeah, because I feel like Ryder's that same way, with shots, because he just starts thinking about it, and then he'll
He's so worked out.
The last time he said he was ready, I was trying to get him the flu shot. And and this is recently, age 6. And he's sitting there, he's like, I'm ready, Mom, let's do it. And then he's just sitting there. And then, loses his mind, runs away. And I'm like, at this point, I didn't have time. We were he had hockey that day or something. And I was like, I'm not. We'll try this again later. And then I just left.
And there's nothing.
No patience.
It's so awful.
Yes.
It's so awful. And you feel like you're sweating because you're like, she's holding everything up. And the chick's trying to be patient. I just was so frustrated because I just was like, this was a total waste of time and money. But listen, shit happens, whatever.
Yeah.
And she beat herself up about it. She was like, I'm so dumb and people are going to make fun of me because I didn't do too chicken. And I was like, let's just wait until you're ready next time. Let's not force this.
Yeah.
Because somebody else is doing it. You need to be ready on your own.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was a failed experiment.
Nice little Sunday.
But whatever. It happened.
Nice little Sunday.
Yeah.
I know. What about the week ahead? We have anything
we shoot another episode this week. We have Norm and Mary coming.
That's right.
Super excited.
Norm and Mary. We're hitting up I don't know, we're making the rounds. I feel like we're almost done with
ticket
people. And then we're moving
But ticket people play really well. Because they're the mom gamers are a lot of P1s.
Right. And I like that we talk about totally different things with them.
Oh yeah, we're not breaking down the all-22s on the Cowboys
for 7 hours.
For sure.
But Norm and Mary will be great. I love Mary. So that'll be good because I feel like she's got a lot going on that I kind of want to talk about with her. And then Norm's just Norm.
Yeah. And then we've got a doctor coming from
Baylor Scott and White.
Baylor Scott and White, the official healthcare provider at the mom game.
That's right.
And I am so anxious.
It's going to be really good.
Questions.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's so many questions with the vaccine for the kids now.
And that's what we're talking about with her.
I'm really, really excited.
Me too. And I hope that it'll be people trust us and have listened to us and like the show,
knowing that we have no agenda.
We're not no agenda. Yes. Exactly. And this is just going to be us talking with her about all of these.
Well, and I'll tell you beforehand. So I was eager to get vaccinated myself. Same with Mike. We were glad to get it. We were, whatever. But with the kids, I'm like,
it's a little bit different.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I'm there.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, I'm going to ask all kinds of questions.
Well, it's perfect timing.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
And our school has started, like, they're setting up a vaccination clinic, where you can go to the high school and do it.
Yeah.
I just saw another thing. They're doing something, like, there's just different things popping up where they're kind of not forcing you, but encouraging you to do it. So I think any information is good. We need to, like, soak it all in. It'll be wonderful to have her. I'm kind of, like, I know I'm going to do it for my kids. I didn't, like, run to be first in line.
Right.
I'm kind of just letting it sit for a minute. And then also I have that whole shot thing that I just told you about. It's like, ugh. But Ryder, actually, with the COVID one, I'm proud of him. He's like, because we've talked about COVID for so long, and he knows how much it's changed the world and, like, people getting sick and everything. Like, he told me he wants it and that he's ready. This was back before it was available.
Right.
He was like, when I can do it, I'm ready to do it, Mom. And I want to do it. And I was proud of him for that, just because he knows that he can be a part of, hopefully, the solution of all this shit that we've all been dealing with. So I think he says that, but he might still run and hide and cry in the corner. But it's on our agenda to do it. But I'm excited to have her on, somebody that we can all trust. So that's coming up too in the mom game future.
Yeah, and then we've got some my friends style duplicated.
Yes.
Jenny.
We're trying to, like, get in with the bloggers.
We're trying to get in with the bloggers. So Jenny and Paige are. So Paige was a former neighbor, and they're an entertaining follow, and people follow them for their style tips and, like, their like it to know it.
Yeah, I need all the style tips.
Right. And they're super stylish, and they're also moms, and they're super fun. So they'll be fun. So we've got a fun way to kind of, like, usher in 2022 to say goodbye to 2021. We should hit episode. Oh crap! What episode is this?
87.
88.
Stern was 85. So how many we had since that? I remember that. We had one with just us.
86.
I think this is 87. I think it's 87.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be creeping up on 90, and then we'll be creeping up on 100. We're gonna pull that shit out.
It's gonna be so awesome. Okay, so we want to show off the. I want to show off the trauma chairs one more time.
Woo!
Before we go, here they are.
Aren't they beautiful? I feel like.
Okay, so here they are, and then I
just feel like
fold up like this,
dudes.
And then they have these
really
cute little
these.
carrying cases. So they're super hip, super stylish, rugged luxury.
Mm-hmm.
Look at my OCD. I can't figure out what
Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
Emily
Kevin Costner would look so good in one of these.
Yes.
Trauma chairs.
Yes, but I know, like, I have a lot of hunter men in my life, and I think
if you hunt, if you camp, if you fish, if you tailgate, if you hang out on your porch,
like, if you need a chair, so many reasons.
Yes.
Right? To have a chair. Trauma chairs. Check them out. Yokiro, thank you so much. We love doing these meetings at each other's houses.
I know.
The invasions. What do we do now?
Mom game after dark is so fun, and it's even more fun, I think, when we're together.
It is.
Even though it's kind of awkward.
It's not awkward.
You don't think it's awkward?
I never really think it's awkward.
Okay.
You think it's awkward?
I don't know.
Oh, just the shooting part?
Yeah, just the shooting
part. Or, like,
part.
this whole thing?
No.
Me being at your house?
No, I'm here. No, just the shooting together.
Well, we shoot together on set all the time.
I know. It's just different when we're...
I'm sorry you feel awkward.
I don't right now.
I like shooting.
I know, and I think I've got a cough. And I hope I don't get you sick.
Well,
what if I have the Rona?
It's all worth it. Jeez, Em.
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Isn't everyone
now you're telling me.
Isn't everyone still freaked out by stuff? Do you feel like? I feel like when I run to Starbucks.
You think this helps?
And do masks work?
I don't know.
You want to go down that route? But, like, when I walk in, like, if it's a cold morning and, like, I run to Starbucks and, like, I go in and, when you first go in, like, inside after it's cold, you've been breathing out that cold air, you kind of cough.
Yeah.
And I always feel like everyone's still, like I try to hold it and I'm like.
Same. I know.
And they're like.
It's just going to be that way for a while. How's your running going? When's your marathon thing?
12/12.
Okay.
December 12th.
Oh, that's soon.
Yeah, so I got to run 10 miles this week and 11 miles next week.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. I'm up to, I did 9, not last week, but week before. This was like a light week. I just ran 5.
Okay. So, where's the marathon?
Dallas.
Okay, cool.
The Dallas Marathon.
I want to come and make the Dallas Marathon. Okay.
I know, but I'm worried I'm getting sick.
No.
Like, for real. But
you'll have to
have
recover
time.
in time for the marathon.
Oh, for sure. I'm just saying, like, I don't want it to jack with my training because I get real domed out about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I've got to figure out what day this week I'm running the 11.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of miles to run.
I know.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I want to come to watch you run.
Really?
I want to make signs. What if I get some mom gamers and we come and we make signs?
That would be really sweet.
Would that be fun?
That would be really sweet.
Okay, so if you're listening,
and you're going to be
let's
in
go
Dallas.
watch Emily run.
I can't
13
think of
miles.
anything less.
What's the best place? I feel like it's anticlimactic if I'm like along the way. Because then you just go, whoop.
Yeah.
I need to be at the end.
It is finish line.
Yeah, finish line with signs.
Yeah.
And thinking about how awesome it is that we aren't running.
Balloons.
Yes.
Epsom salt bath.
Breakfast tacos.
Breakfast tacos.
All the things.
Yeah.
No, that's really freaking
mimosa.
awesome. Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome you're doing that. So I'm serious. I'm going to like put the call out. If anybody wants to come cheer Emily on with me.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah. I know. Well, I know if it was me, I would love to see some people at the end with mimosas and making me feel better.
Exactly.
When I finish that shit.
Okay.
All right.
That's going to do it. Thank you to Chon Chairs one more time. Thank you to Yo Quiero. We love you guys. And that's going to do it.
Talk to you soon back in the vocal studios this week.
Back in the vocal studios this week. In the meantime, Mom Game Out.
Mom Game Out.